Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel, and I'm the founder and CEO of Vaqat, which in Polish means vacancy. And I think that most of us at this conference, we work a lot. And it's okay when we're building something exciting, but from time to time, most of us have those simple but time-consuming tasks that don't require our expertise. For example, currently we're fundraising. We're trying to raise $1.2 million in pre-seed funding. And of course, I need to do the outreach and the pitch and all that stuff, but to create that initial list of VCs and do that first check, who invests in a completely different space, I mean, I could have done it even as a student, or data entry, or database cleanup, writing a few social media posts. But if I want to hire an intern to help me with my tasks, I mean, first of all, I would have to post it on LinkedIn and Indeed and 20 other platforms. And then I'll have to go through all those CVs and do the interviews. And then if I select a candidate, I will have to spend time on onboarding that person. And what if I selected a bad one? And this is why we decided to build Vaqat, which is a freelance marketplace for university students. So that way, whenever me or any of my employees have a task that could be done by an intern, we can get instant support. All students work as freelancers, so the onboarding is very limited. And at the same time, I am vetting potential candidates for my future recruitment. And when I say instant support, I mean 15 minutes. Regardless whether you post a project in the evening or in the morning, usually within 15 minutes, you will have a few relevant candidates already. After 1 hour, the talent pool increases, and after 24 hours, well, I hope the task is already completed. Students bill you per hour, which means you can outsource even a 1-hour task, or if you're not happy about the performance after 1 hour, with 2 clicks, you can easily swap and select another candidate. To make it even faster, we linked the hourly rates of students to the amount of information they provide through their profile, by skills that they verify through our built-in assessment center, and by feedback that they receive. Currently, we have 30,000 students on the platform. They come from well-known schools like Harvard, Stanford, LBS, but also local schools in 63 countries, including Romania, where we have around 2,500 students. Actually, in some markets, we exceeded 1% penetration, and in Albania, it took us only 1 week. On the company side, we work with 180 companies, varying from well-known employers like Bain, Kearney, Strategy End, tech startups from pre-seed to unicorn, but also private equity and venture capital funds. This year, we facilitated 200 employments in 24 countries that generated $22,000 in sales, but our ambition is much, much bigger. We are a team of 6, with 8 years of average experience. And if you think that you have a task that could be done by an intern, you can use that code and get a 10% discount with the first purchase by end of week. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks to be super sharp in the timing. Judges, 5 minutes for you.
Congrats for all the progress so far. So one quick question would be around the liquidity of this marketplace, right? How do you see the number of projects progressing, and where do you think are the biggest leverages for growth?
Yeah, so the number of projects does increase, but not at the pace we would like it. The challenge that we are currently facing is that most people are used to having an intern, but an intern that is joining your company for 3-6 months. And this is not exactly what we do. You can outsource. Like, for example, the shortest task we've had was to rewrite numbers from PDF to Excel, which took 2 hours. And the company paid $20 for it. So, I mean, those use cases, we can have hundreds or thousands or even hundreds of thousands every month. But we need to educate the market that you can outsource even a small piece of task. And currently, when we onboard a user, usually they have one use case in mind, and they keep outsourcing the same use case because we have an 80% repeat rate. But for example, we work with Kearney, a consulting firm, and they usually outsource desktop research or benchmarking. And we have Bain, which is a direct competitor, and they outsource mostly store checks, even though both of those companies have the same use cases. So what we need to do, and this is what we will use the money for, is to learn how to better activate the users and to bring those ideas. Like, if you're at Bain, we can show you that your colleague at Kearney is outsourcing this, and that. And with that, I believe that we will increase the number of projects. But whenever they appear, like some projects receive 100, 200 applicants within the first hour.
And how reliable is the supply side? Do you see students being, always active on the platform? I mean, maybe I registered my account today, and in a week from now, I sort of forgot about it, and somebody calls me up in a couple of months, and I'm like, done. I don't know. I'm just playing it tough.
So, if I understood correctly, so you're asking how reliable students are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like especially like on the long run, like maybe some will register, they won't get a project immediately, and then they'll just forget about it.
Yeah. So first of all, students don't pay anything. So they create we have a very low hard churn in terms of deleting an account. You don't have to log onto the platform every day to see the project, because every time when you post a project, you select criteria, and all the students who meet your criteria receive an email, and in 2 weeks we are also moving to the WhatsApp notification, and this is how we are able to bring you those dozens or hundreds of candidates that fast. So if you read an email, you like the opportunity, you just click one button and you're applied. All the data is already on your profile, your resume is already on the profile, so you don't need to fill out any other forms.
Got it. But in practice, do you see students sort of forgetting about Vaqat? What's the churn on the student side?
So we grow depending on the month. We've had months of 50% growth, we've had months of 100% growth, and the churn is around 1%. This hard churn when they delete profiles. And actually, even people who graduate, and this is also our long-term strategy, when people graduate, they don't delete profiles, and actually some of them still apply for opportunities. And currently we're focused on students, but the long-term vision is we will also expand to mid-level hires, because the main benefit is not just you outsource a task. This is one benefit, but you can do it on Upwork and Fiverr and all the other platforms. The main benefit is that you see that candidate in action. And if someone has a good attitude, if someone does, manages deadlines well, you've already done half of the recruitment. And if someone brings, bad vibe to the company, you wouldn't see it at a recruitment, at an interview, but you see that even after a few hours of working with that person.
Do you see that there may be any challenge with some specific tasks that could be taken over by ChatGPT competitors?
So ChatGPT definitely, but our strategy for that is to teach students how to use the same tools, because I don't believe AI will take all our tasks. It will be a human with AI. So we have all those digital native, young people who are familiar with all those, with technology, and we can teach them how to use those AI-based tools. So then you can outsource a piece of work. They will do it faster thanks to AI, but it will still be done by them. I don't think that recruitment will finish anytime soon, so you still need to vet that talent, and if you can do it while getting some value through a task, even better. Plus, there are some tasks that cannot be done by AI, for example, store checks, where you have to go to a physical store, take a few pictures. Those tasks, still, we have some time to grow the platform before AI takes over.
Thank you, Vaqat. Big round of applause for Vaqat.